We're going to have Vile Illusion as our pink Terran player. He's going to be up here in the top right-hand corner. Down here in the bottom left, we're going to have Gosu, HwangSin, HwangSin as our red Protoss player.
Some beautiful manner commenting going on between the two of them. Cutie Pie is going back and forth between these two players. And now some orientation questioning is going to be going down.
Yeah.
But and then I don't know if that was reference to a certain clan, but that was a lot of K's that went down there by Vile Illusion.
I'm sniping your butt.
Well, unfortunately, Snipe has just got nerfed. Well, will be nerfed in the next coming weeks. So he's got to get those snipes in before that next patch comes out. Even though that's HwangSin saying that, so that's a bit awkward.
PG-13, please. Oh, Luca.
Oh, Luca. Damn it, Luca.
Damn it, Luca. So anyways, here we go into Game 2. Once again, cross positions, Shakur's Plateau. We're going to have to see if both players are going to be opting for quick Nexus and quick command centers, as we did kind of see last game. This is another map that you can definitely do that on, as it is kind of a 4-player map. So it takes a little bit longer. It's not like a dual site or, you know, anything smaller. So definitely a map that can go down on.
Yeah, we're going to have the scouting probe, and it looks like he's going to... Yeah, he's not going to be checking cross positions just yet, but it looks like Vile Illusion is going to be sending out his SCV and blocking off his ramp here. He's going to be going for that gasless expand once again, and I've actually never seen that design before. That is that a boar?
A boar?
What is that?
What are we looking at?
The emblem for the Terran player. It's a yellow boar. Have I missed that before?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the emblems too often.
I was noticing it because it's like everywhere.
Huh. That is interesting.
I've never seen that before. If any of our viewers happens to know what that yellow boar symbolizes, I know in Naruto that was the sign of the floating boar that was the blind girl's... Oh, what was her name? Taz, something? Whatever. Anyway. That was how Aang found his earthbending trainer. Don't you know that, Nerdswagger?
I know everything about the earth binders and benders and all that sorts of stuff.
But Vile Illusion's going to be able to put down this forward command center at the expansion, his natural expansion, I should say, because he's got that ramp there, so he's going to be pretty safe there with those Marines. He doesn't have to worry too much about Stalkers putting on a lot of harassment without him getting his own shots off himself.
Yep, and here we go. A Nexus going to be going down for HwangSin right now. So again, just going into that 2-base style of play that we've seen TVP evolve into. We should be seeing double gas go down for a Vile Illusion here momentarily as he's throwing down those double racks. Once again, 1 gas going down, 2 gas going down. So it's the exact same playstyle that we saw out of him kind of last game. And it's the same playstyle we've been seeing a lot of Terrans go into recently.
I'm going to have to look into this 2-1-1 type build. I'm very
Somebody
intrigued.
says it's a War Pig, and it's when the Terran wins 750 times.
Is it now? I don't think I got that yet. I am so bad at getting all my ladder games in. But, I mean, it's because I'm just not as good as Vile Illusion. If I was as good as Vile Illusion, I'd be playing ladder all the time.
All day.
All day.
GM.
Day in, day out.
Oh, SCV was taken out, but it did get some pretty good scouting information, scouting those gateways going down as well, and that second gas timing. Those are all vital. So good job to Illusion sneaking the SCV past these stalkers. I don't know how he did it. Had to be like some Solid Snake stuff where he was like hiding in a box or something.
And then all of a sudden the stalker saw an exclamation mark went over a head, blink, and he was taken out.
That would be legit.
That would be quite legit indeed. HwangSin going to be getting 3 gates before grabbing his robotics facility. Last game we saw him grab 2 gates and then his robotics facility. So a little bit of a build order change here. He also went for that 1 gate expand. I'd actually have to note if I was going to note all the differences. Instead of going for that 15 Nexus, 15 or 16.
Yeah, it's a little bit more greedy on this map. You know, obviously it's not a calm before the storm or anything like that, but Terran can take advantage of that just a little bit easier. So he's playing a safer style than he did before. Excuse me. But again, nothing to say out of Violution too much, as he's probably going to be going for that same 2-base kind of aggression and push that we saw out of him last game. He just needs to beat it before those Colossus pump out, because those Colossus made a huge difference last game in destroying Violution.
And interesting to note, an actual build differential here is that we see Violution grabbed 3 Raxes and then Stim before going for that factory. So he's actually going to be going for a much earlier push with this. He's going to probably be pushing out as soon as Stim's at about 3/4 mark. And he's also grabbed Ghosts as well. So he looks like he's going to definitely try for some really heavy aggression, get those Ghosts to get some excellent EMPs down on those sentries, and try and push up this ramp and hopefully take out this natural.
Yep, that is definitely what we should be seeing from Violution. Stim is about 3/4 of the way done. He might be waiting for that. He's not going to be waiting for any sort of medevacs or anything like that. Otherwise, he would have thrown his starport out a lot sooner after his factory had completed. So he is just going to be opting for this kind of Bioforce push. He's actually already getting a nuke as well, so that's really awesome and interesting. Let's look out onto the field. There's 2 observers already out onto the field. So,
does he have any? He has actually, HwangSin actually has absolutely no idea what our Terran player is still up to. He saw the second bunker go down, so he's probably figuring, at least if not Illusion's metaing, some sort of, kind of staying in my base for a little bit longer than I'm going to. But here comes the push out. The 2 Ghosts going to be following tail after all of these units. 2 SCVs going to be coming in with this as well, as the factory goes get some scouting information on the map. A couple more sentries coming in from HwangSin. He is definitely getting ready for this. His probes at the Xel'Nagas are going to get some good scouting information as to what's coming at him.
Yeah, but he's going to have to prepare with these sentries. There he goes, doing a nice job of spreading them out. He's going to have some really nice force fields. A lot of these sentries already have just about full energy, so those force fields will get off. Are they going to be wasted on the SCVs? No, they are just going to be taken out. Oh, 1 SCV does survive. Lucky him. Stalker, boom. There he goes. Violution, though, it's going to be really hard for him to battle up into this. Oh, a nuke going down from there. Nice scan, throwing that nuke. Really smart play by Violution right now.
Beautiful play here, and he's got this factory now coming in, so he's going to keep that up ground advantage. Here comes that nuke. Oh, and that poor sentry was the only victim of that.
It's going to come down to these sentries, though. More force fields going down, so Violution can't quite break this yet, and he knows it. He's got some medevacs on the way. He's got some more nukes on the way as well, but it's going to be a while before that second nuke does come out. He could use this factory as that high ground vision. He is going to back that off, but again, those sentries have too much energy. There's too many force fields. He doesn't want to split his army up and get them taken out.
But he's got the EMP, and 1 EMP does go down. It's going to knock out 3 of those sentries' energies and shields. A number of zealots going to be warped in as well. Another nuke going to be finishing up. But really, the important part here is that HwangSin has grabbed his +1/+1 upgrades already from that dual forge. Meanwhile, our Terran opponent here, Violution, does not have any upgrades on his forces. And his forces are actually starting to become very tiny in comparison to the Protoss army that's up here. Looking at the army tab, yeah, he's a little bit behind right now.
Yeah, and there's no more force fields left for HwangSin right now. Nuke going down as well. We see that Violution is pushing up. This nuke not really going to do a ton of damage, but again, it forces HwangSin to move his army back so that Violution can battle up this ramp. But I think there might be too much aggression for HwangSin, and I don't know if Violution can win this battle.
I don't know either. Now, his sentries are starting to get enough for force fields back up again. He's going to do the little bit of a dance here back and forth, but he can't wait too long, because if he does, those force fields are going to absolutely tear him up. Backs up, so now those zealots are going to be a little bit less effective. A couple force fields are going to go down, but Stim is just about to wear off, and it looks like his forces are actually starting to dwindle here. He needs to back up. He can't continue this aggression here. His forces are starting to go down. Blink has finished up as well for HwangSin, as we see now, as he blinked up a little bit forward, but not actually doing too much damage. And now Violution's going to have to retreat.
Yep, Violution now has started that medevac production. I would have really liked to have seen him load up this 1 medevac he has out on the field and try and do some 2-pronged attack in the back of the main. I feel like that would have done a ton of damage against HwangSin. So again, he did a great job of kind of containing HwangSin for a little bit. We're going to see if HwangSin's going to go on the aggressive, do a little bit of a counterattack, or just try and securely get this third going.
Meanwhile, we're going to be seeing HwangSin changing up his play from what I've been seeing from him lately. He's just been continuously going for these Colossus. He's got Colossus Tech now on the way. Thermal Lance as well. Double Force Field's going to block up that ramp, but it looks like a number of forces are going to be able to get in. An EMP does go down to make those Zealots a little bit weaker, but Vile Illusion just cannot contend with this army, and he's still maintaining that 2-base play. Third base now going to be going up for Vile Illusion. He's going to be floating it over there to the forward base, but HwangSin's just not too far behind him, as he's got this base now going up here at this 9 o'clock position.
Oh, nice aggressive blink forward. Oh, could have sniped some of those Marauders off. Didn't opt to do that. HwangSin going to be waiting for some of these upgrades to go down. I suspect Thermal Lance is almost done. Charge lots are on the way. The Colossus production hasn't really begun yet, even though he has Thermal Lance being upgraded. Not even one Colossus being pumped out right now. Find that pretty interesting.
Ooh, and does this Observer scout? No, he did not actually catch all of those medevacs, but oh, this Observer is still kind of going along that path. Is he going to see this huge double drop coming down from Illusion? And he is going to see that. So this is going to be a little bit edgy right now. 2 more medevacs also making their way over here to the other base, but those Stalkers are going to be in position. And that Marine is just barely going to scout them off, so he's going to be able to retreat those medevacs before anything goes down. A couple of Marauders now going to be making their way into the middle of the field to get some idea of what's going on. But
there are already Stalkers ready down here in the main and Zealots for this other 2-pronged medevac drop that will be going down here pretty soon. So hopefully Vile Illusion, yep, paying attention. Knowing he can't really combat that, but he's going to use these medevacs to get the high ground vision to try and do some damage. Some Stalkers are going to go down right now. He's actually going to be able to snipe some of the robotics bay. That's pretty huge. If he can take that out, only one Colossus is going to be able to get out.
But he's moving back? I don't know if I completely agree with this here, Nerd Swagger. He's going to be going for another type of attack here. Now, a bunch of Stalkers at the north side of the map are trying to trace down those other 2 medevacs, but they're going to be able to get here in the back and do some harassment on the third base. Meanwhile, these other 2 medevacs are moving their way over to the natural base.
Very nice. There's so much dead space to work with for these medevac drops to be really effective, and that's why Terrans love this map. Here we go, going into the natural. I mean, there's already Colossus kind of nearby, so I don't know how effective it is going to be. There we go. Marines dropping out. Might be able to take out a probe or 2. 2 probes go down. 3 probes go down. But yep, that drop is going to have to be picked up and going to have to get out of there. But I love the activity coming out of Vile Illusion right now.
Yeah, he's doing absolutely everything everywhere. A bunch of Blink Stalkers are going to come in and try and do some damage to this other drop. But it looks like that is actually not going to be too successful, that drop. It's going to get cleaned up by these Stalkers. But there's just so many drops everywhere else. A gateway almost went down, as well as a pylon, but it looks like that was not too successful itself. And a bunch of there's just so many drops going on everywhere.
Yeah, and that's really good because it's splitting the Protoss army up, and he's not going to be able to get that effective death ball going for any time soon if he has to continue to worry about all of these drops. More drops kind of going on in the 9 o'clock position. That's going to get picked up just a little bit. We still got 2 medevacs up top, no units, and 1 medevac chilling down here at the 6 o'clock position. But HwangSin has had enough. He's moving out across the map.
But he's going to be met with a pretty big force here. He's got a lot of, Vile Illusion's got a lot of Vikings already up, as well as Ghosts. So he's going to be pretty prepared against this Zealot Stalker army. Now he's grabbing his +3 weapons for his infantry. Meanwhile, HwangSin's going to be grabbing his 3-3. It's about halfway done for each of those. And is he doing any more drop play? I'm curious where those drop sips have been. They've been doing a little bit of damage here and there, it looks like. That medevac looks like it's about to die, however. And yes, it does get sniped out there. And Vile Illusion's grabbing his 4th base down here at the bottom right-hand corner as well. So he's just been expanding like a madman behind all that drop play.
Yeah, and I like this coming out of Vile Illusion right now. He's getting that optimal Viking count. It may actually be too much now. I know I'm kind of going back and forth with it, but he's pumping out about 12 Vikings for only 4 Colossus right now. And there's a ton of Zealots in the unit comp for HwangSin. He's got about 30 Zealots. Some of them are spread out across the map to defend against drops, but still, 30 Zealots, and then you have 12 Vikings. That's going to mean the Terran's ground army is not quite as strong as it should be.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a difficult battle, but those EMPs could be absolutely devastating as soon as any type of forward aggression does come out from our Protoss that warrants any type of EMP attack. And oh, those force fields going to go down. Going to be delaying the Terran from getting to his base as it's being assaulted right now by so many Zealots. But
you gotta be careful with the medevacs there. Vile Illusion, why are you wanting to lose some of these? But yeah, that base is gonna go down. You are right.
Granted, now he does have that that fourth base down here at the bottom. Is he going to be able to deal with this Protoss army, though? It's absolutely scary at this point. 198 to 196 food for our two players. 2 food advantage out for HwangSin right now, but here comes an engagement, possibly. Here comes the Vikings going to be doing a lot of damage to those Colossus. The EMPs are going down, but those Vikings are also falling very quick as well. But it's just absolutely mayhem right now. But the 2 Colossus still stand, and all of the Marines and Marauders are getting absolutely cleaned up. The Archon is still alive and well, and he is doing a lot of damage himself, and there's just not enough forces out for Vile Illusion.